My jaw has not closed for like 10 minutes straight. Like, excuse me, what? Orgasmic is what it sounds like. What's up, it's Jan, back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. This is oh my god, the hiccups. This is gonna be my April cramming vlog. It is raining outside, my dudes. We're gonna have to deal with these hiccups for this intro clip because we're just gonna push through. Look, it's raining. Yep, it's raining. It's just such a good day when it's raining and I can be home. I felt so gross this morning. I had a stomach ache last night, so I called in sick today, and then I literally slept until noon. Oh my god, basically wasted my day away. But now we're ready. We got a video up scheduled to premiere at 5:45. It's my Q&A collab with Christine Snaps. If you haven't seen that already, I'll have it linked down below. I'm so happy that she did that with me. Who gave me the right to have that privilege? Anyway, I'm so happy to be doing a cramming vlog again. Y'all have no idea. Like, I have just felt like I've been in a box for all my vlogs lately. I mean, I did it to myself, so this is the consequences of my own actions. In this vlog, I am finally gonna be able to freely read books that I want without having to stick to a theme or anything. It's just a matter of if I actually finish said books, okay? First things first.
I'm the realist.
Main priority of this vlog doesn't mean I'm gonna start with this book though, but I do want to start it tonight. Where Sleeping Girls Lie. This is my Lair Bloody read. Our discussion is not till May 5th, but I do want to finish it in this month, in this vlog. The font is so small, but I did get a free trial subscription to audiobooks.com, which is the only place I could find this for free. That's like a dark academia. I heard it gets pretty dark. I'm kind of curious to see just how dark, because Ace of Spades got kind of dark, but I heard this one's, people say it's slower, it is darker, but it takes a long time to get to the actual action of everything. So this clip is going to be a bitch to edit because of all my hiccups. Be proud of me because I have been so good at keeping my current reads down. I'm still at like 4 current reads, and I've been keeping that for like almost all of April, so pat on my fucking back. Speaking of current reads, I am 50% through my arc for the month, which is So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. I screamed, squealed, dropped everything, and started this book. Last week when Cass was here, I believe is when I started this. It's pretty good so far. It started off slow, and then we met the vampires and things started happening, but now it's kind of taking a little bit of a turn again, so we'll see if I end up at least 4-starring it. I also started the audiobook for Expiration Dates by Rebecca Searle, who's the author of In 5 Years and One Italian Summer, and I enjoyed both of those. I feel like I've said this so many times, but this one is about this woman who all her life, like since like the 5th grade, she's been getting these papers randomly every time she meets a guy, and then it tells her how long they have in terms of like time to spend together, and then they break up for some reason, like either, you know, she gets cheated on or he has to get a job out of the country, etc., etc. It's just intriguing to me because I want to know how she approaches things and what the twist is going to be and how this is going to play out, which guy she's going to end up with. It's a really short audiobook. It's 7 hours long. I'm already on page 52, so definitely gonna finish this in this vlog. And then I definitely want to get to Ein Hallow because this is a library book and it has super short chapters, and one of my vampies, my patrons, Tiffany, recommended this to me because it is a Frankenstein reimagining. That's another shorty. Those are the 4 that I have in mind right now, but y'all know I'm gonna try to probably squeeze it more. It's the 26th right now, so actually that might be ambitious if I try to add any more, but it is Friday, so I have the time, and we don't have too many plans this weekend. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Joey's getting a haircut, and there's a coffee shop right by the place he gets his haircut, so he's probably gonna drop me off there, and that'll give me like at least an hour. That'll be fun. Last time I went to that coffee shop, there were like a bunch of kids playing on the hardwood floor with like these wooden blocks, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then the couple in front of me was like literally on their first date talking about everything under the sun, like literally down to their like favorite fruits. So I just hope I have a better experience this time. I'm gonna bring headphones for sure. So that's tomorrow, and I also have my Carmilla gathering, which is my top tier patron video chat hangout thing where we talk and sprint together on Discord, so that's from 5 to 7 tomorrow. It's also Independent Bookstore Day tomorrow, so I kind of want to celebrate that and go to an indie bookstore, but I've been spending so much money on books, so we'll see. Rent is also around the corner, so right now I think I'm gonna sit there and read So Thirsty or start Where Sleeping Girls Lie. Okay, I'm gonna try to get rid of these hiccups now. Hope you enjoy this vlog. Obviously, I'm gonna take this to April 30th, because if you didn't know, my cramming vlogs are when I just read anything and everything as much as I can, as much as humanly possible for the last week or so, give or take, of every month. Sorry for the long intro clip once again. I'll talk to you later.
something about you that day. I can still hear the shimmering sound. The hill is near, let's get right up. Walk up to the very top. We couldn't tell the sky from the ground. I know my life will never be the same after that day. You wrap me around your fingers and you stay. I don't ever wanna
Wow. 70 pages in. Loving it. Loving it, loving it, living it, laughing it, loving it. Why is no one talking about the fact that this is Mean Girls, but make it a mystery with diverse characters? To a T, almost. Okay, in the synopsis it says, so she goes to this like boarding school, and then the roommate disappears after her first night there. Our main character's name is Sade. It's spelled S-A-D-E, but the audiobook, they gotta have the audiobook because it's pronounced Sade. She meets the girl, her name's Elizabeth. She meets her best friend, his name's Baz. I think this is the first time I noticed it. They go to the cafeteria and they're like talking about, oh, this is where the theater kids sit, this is where the mean girls sit, or like the unholy trinity is what the mean girls are called in this. I was like, okay, this is Regina George and her posse, like to a T, right? Also, you know how Gretchen Wiener's in Mean Girls? I really hope y'all have seen Mean Girls, because this would be a useless clip to anyone who hasn't seen Mean Girls. Gretchen Wiener's, her dad invented toaster strudels, and then in this book there's this girl, April Owens, whose dad owns like a tech company, allegedly, and it like rhymes with canoodle. Oh my god. Toaster strudel, canoodle. There's no way that is an accident. No, this is intentional as fuck. Joey was like, do you think that's intentional? I was like, absolutely. Sorry, I had a lot of coffee. A lot of good ass coffee. I've been nailing it with my coffee at home lately. I'm sweating, talking too fast. I have like 7 minutes left before we have to watch Christine's video. That's why I'm kind of rushing. Also, what really got me, there was like a, you know, you can sit with us type of moment, but they go to Sade sitting alone, and this is after Elizabeth goes missing now. Obviously, this is no spoilers whatsoever. This is just like a moment. They're sitting next to Sade. They're all just like questioning her. She's like, yeah, I was homeschooled. And then in the audiobook, one of them was like, that's so fascinating. I've never met anyone who was homeschooled before. And that is the same energy as Katie being homeschooled. And then Juliet, who I believe is supposed to be Karen from Mean Girls. So everyone's like accusing Sade of basically murdering Elizabeth. She goes, I watched a documentary once about a girl who was stabbed to death by her college roommate. I'm not saying I'm blaming you, but like, I wouldn't tell anyone if you did anything and whatever. And then April goes, Jules, you can't just accuse people of murdering someone like that. That is exactly that moment when she's like, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white. I love it. I'm having such a good time. It was Karen, right, who said that? If you know, you know. Ooh, Joey's monitor just turned on and provided some great lighting. 70 pages in, I am loving this a lot more than I thought. Like, I thought I was gonna be bored in the first few chapters, but I was in it right away. I'm sold. I'm loving the writing. I hope it stays this way for 398 pages, because that would be grand. Also love how well I matched my tab system. Already tabbing the shit out of it. I'm so excited to discuss this with my patrons.
alone again. In spite of all, you're my best friend.
Oh, it's many hours later. It's like midnight. Joey and I watched like 3 different horror movies, and I tried to read more of So Thirsty in between watching said movies. I'm now at 66%, and I'm honestly kind of bored. Right now, it's probably sitting at like a low 4 stars because there are some solid vampy moments. There are some solid quotes about being a woman, getting older, becoming an older woman, and just like life in general and how things change over the years when it comes to just life in general, but also in specific relationships, whether that's romantic or friendships or things like that. So it could be anywhere from like a 3 to a 5, depending on the second half of the book. So we'll see about that. I do want to still try to listen to the next 25 pages of this book because I want to hit page 100 at least for Where Sleeping Girls Lie, because I really am enjoying this. Highly recommend the audiobook if you're gonna read this and if you have the option to, because it's so good and it's so fun to I missed just sitting here and enjoying a book from the get-go and annotating. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I took a little nappy nap. A little nappy poo. Once again, during the last movie that he watched Skinamarink. He jumped a couple times, y'all. Oh no, your drawstring on your pants.
Yeah,
damn, that sucks.
If anybody has not seen Skinamarink, you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. I loved it.
It's very creepy. So I fell asleep because I don't know why I fell asleep, because I slept until noon this morning. But I'm rejuvenated. I showered, so I'm double double rejuvenated. So I am ready to read 25 more pages of this. Maybe stay up and finish the last 34% of So Thirsty. If anything, I'll finish it first thing in the morning, and then I'll bring this to the coffee shop with me when I go. And Joseph gets his hairs cut. I've also just been like, oh, so thirsty. Very fitting for my current read. I also have to edit tomorrow. Maybe I'll edit at the coffee shop. I gotta get my Cass visit vlog up. Ooh, I'm gonna journal. My 3-year diary. If you haven't heard me talk about this yet, it's so nice if you're trying to get back into journaling consistently, because I have been trying for years to do this daily thing again, but like I don't have time to block out like 30 minutes to an hour every day. So this like really keeps it concise, because it's like that's as much space as you get, and then you look back at it after 3 years. It's great. Talk to y'all tomorrow because it's like midnight. A big stretch. My goodness. As soon as I hit record, he decides to do that.
I don't know.
Reviews with Joey.
I read The Nightmare Man
Just finished it.
by J.H. Marker.
I'll probably like it more than you.
I don't know. It was alright. I'm giving it a 3.
He never gives 3 stars.
It started off really good, and then it kind of took a turn, which was a cool concept, but then it just got too confusing. There's like so many like, characters to keep track of, and I was telling her at a point it almost kind of was borderline fantasy at points. Like, I don't even know how to explain it.
A producer, screenwriter, husband, and father of 2 from Louisville, Kentucky, where he was also a tennis pro for 25 years.
Wow, he's done it all.
We're hanging up the rackets for good in 2020. Damn.
And then went on to write shitty books.
He graduated with a degree in history the year I was born. Wow, 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 wow. I love this cover though. Honestly, I'll probably still read it. It's not going to be a book club pick though, but I'll probably still read it. It has short chapters, so why the fuck not?
Yeah, it's got really. I don't know. You might like it more than me.
Well, if it has the fantasy stuff, maybe.
Well, I don't want to say that.
Magical realism. How about that? Does that fit better?
Sure, I could be wrong, but that's just what it felt like to me.
He's gonna get a haircut.
I am. I haven't had a haircut since before Valentine's Day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the Titanic
Yeah,
thing.
the day we went to the Titanic Museum.
God damn. Wow. It is April 27th now. Ooh, the familiar is the ad on my Kindle. I am 83% through So Thirsty. Still kind of boring. Okay, no, it's getting better. We met a character named Alice, and she was very interesting. Also, can't help but think that it's inspired by the Twilight Alice, but very different character. Everything that I said yesterday with like the quotes and the themes are staying true. But I don't know if it's like, it feels a little too long or it feels too modern for what I wanted. I think I wanted more of like a gothic vibe. Obviously, I knew like from the synopsis it wasn't gonna be a gothic story. Maybe I just don't like the vampires that much in this story because like we're not actually getting to know them. I really don't know. I should love this book. Like it has all the elements that I would love. So maybe like a 4-star, I think is what I'm gonna end up giving this one. So I'm gonna sit at a coffee shop while he gets his haircut, and then we're gonna go to this indie bookstore that's like 15 minutes away from his haircut place called Harvey's Tales. Last time I went was with my mom for Mother's Day 2 years ago. It's like a house that's made into a bookstore. It's a 2-story house looking thing, and I'm so excited. Their selection was pretty good last time I went from what I recall, and they had cute little like bookmarks and hotchkies or whatever you want to call it. But I think I'm gonna do dishes because much needed. I'm gonna change the battery out of this camera, and then we're probably gonna leave in like 45 minutes.
Just like a dream, you and I standing wild and free, with petals so golden, the sun's warm kiss, a love so strong, a bliss. Whispers of the breeze, secrets unfold. It's you that I need, it's you that I want. When the world gets cold, it's you and me. When the sun comes back, you'll see. Oh, dandelion.
So we spun the spinner wheel.
She spun it. We got purple.
15% off a history book.
Of a history book.
So Joey's gonna get a World War II book. Oh, we had to do this today. That's why we're here. I forgot.
Through pavement we will grow.
Hello! We are back from our endeavors. I hope you enjoyed coming along with us. First things first. I finished So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. I finished it on the way back home. Sadly, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. It's not the worst thing in the world, okay? There were some really good parts. I'm just sad that it's 3 stars and not 5 because Rachel Harrison is one of my all-time favorite authors and this is a vampire book. I don't know if I've just been reading too many vampire books or like consuming too much vampire content lately. You know what it is? What I realized? It's because it was a female friendship-centric book. And I like female friendships when it's like obsession stories or like toxic female friendships, right? Like that intrigues me because it's not boring. This is boring. It's like, oh, I really care for you. That's boring. I would do anything for you, ride or die. Female friendships, boring to me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I just don't like reading about it. Kind of like Found Family. Found Family, I'm learning to love depending on how it's written. But positives are when Miss Alice came into the story. Love her, and if you know me and you've read the book, you know why. But this book comes out in September, so when you read the book, you will see why I love Miss Alice. There were some gory moments all throughout the book, and then at the end there was this snowy scene where a tongue was involved. Loved that part too. So I almost gave it a 4 because it did have bloody, vampy moments that I love in books. But I think it's like the modernity of it that threw me off a little bit. The whole time I was reading it, I was kind of bored and like just wanted it to be over. It felt like a Rachel Harrison book. I'm not gonna say like this didn't feel like the same author, blah, blah, blah. No, it felt like her type of characters where it's like quirky and, you know, spunky. Also, I appreciated the commentary on the different themes of being a woman and getting older and things changing as you grow older, being aware of how you're perceived as a woman, things along those lines. I had some good quotes that hit. I don't know, there were also some scenes that just felt unfinished, or the transitions between scenes felt kind of abrupt, which I don't really mind since I don't visualize things anyway, right? You can tell me they're at a fucking hospital and then in a van and then in a different country all on the same page and I don't care. Like, it doesn't do anything for my head. It just felt kind of weird. It felt kind of choppy. I mean, would I still want this book on my shelves? Yes, because I have the Rachel Harrison collection and I want to complete it with all her books. Hopefully I enjoy Bad Dolls a lot more because I mean it has 4 chances. It's 4 stories to grip me. So I'll be reading that very, very soon, probably in May. But I do have a fun fact for shopping malls in general, because in So Thirsty they kept talking about their dream malls and I didn't really understand it. It was just like this thing that they had in common, the 2 friends, and they just had like a dream mall and then it like circled back at the end. It was like a full circle moment. We're gonna do a fun fact about malls. Apparently there's a name for that hypnotic effect that malls have. It's also the same thing as like casinos. It's called the Gruen transfer, when you're mindlessly wandering and it doesn't seem to bother you that you lose a sense of time and like geography, because malls are laid out in a way that invites consumers to consume endlessly without offering them a clear way out. So like IKEA, that's a prime example. As Newton explains, this can corrode a shopper's self-control. After walking around the windowless maze of stores for a while, they forget what they're looking for and give in to impulse buys more easily. That's how I feel in a bookstore, so I'm glad it's justified with a phenomenon. Those are all my thoughts on So Thirsty. I am appreciative, so appreciative still that I got the ARC for it because I was so excited, and I'm still excited about it, that it's gonna come out. I love the cover so much. And it is a decent vampy story if you don't read a lot of vampire books. I feel like I don't read too many vampire books, but I feel like it's not my type of vampire that I liked. Plus, they weren't as prominent as I wanted them to be. It was mainly focused on the friendship between Naomi and Sloane. So that's probably why it was a 3-star for me. A high 3, but a 3. I'm gonna show y'all my little haul. I have an unboxing from Amazon and Pango, and then what I bought at the indie bookstore. So I only bought 1 book. I bought Lady Killers. I actually found this on Pango for like $6, but I was like, Joey was like, it's independent bookstore day. You gotta just get one here. I put 2 other books away and decided on this one because it has pictures, first of all, and it's been a while since I bought a true crime book, and I just love female serial killers, like bad bitches. Let's go. Like, it has cool little illustrations for each lady killer. And then I did get the Frog and Toad tote bag that y'all saw in the B-roll. I did not need another tote bag, but this is like the most nostalgic thing. I already have a Frog and Toad sweatshirt. I just vividly remember going to the library with my mom, just sitting in the stacks and reading Frog and Toad books from start to finish, just one book at a time in order of the series. Like, I loved Frog and Toad. And then I got this bookmark that y'all saw in the B-roll as well. It says, I have a sleep disorder. It's called Reading in Bed. I always stay up late to read, so I thought that was fitting. There was also this cool bookstore roadmap, Midwest Indie Bookstore roadmap that I took. So I'm gonna look at that later. And then speaking of vampire books from Amazon, I got The Gathering by CJ Tudor. I'm so excited for this. It's a thriller with vampires. It's set in Alaska. Hopefully that's better than So Thirsty. We got our next Unmuted and Unhinged Sprints book for Patreon. This is The Horror House of Perversion by Carl John Lee. Y'all know I buy Joey the physical book and then I read it on KU. We read it together on live reading sprints and we stay unmuted and we live react, and it's a fun time. It's a Patreon exclusive thing for all the tiers. So Patreon link is always down below. And then from Pango, I got The Cartographers by Peng Shepherd. Sounded interesting. I remember when this was a book of the month pick, but I wanted the paperback. It just sounds magical. And I think Sid enjoyed this. Maybe that was a different book. I don't know. But I figured I would read it for, I'd try to read it for AAPI month. And then this, I still have to open it, but it's the David Bad trilogy box set in paperback. So The City of Brass, Kingdom of Copper, and the third one, I don't know. Empire of something. Empire of Gold? Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, and then my book light! I forgot I bought this. I needed free shipping, so I bought a book light, and it's one of those that like clips on, and then it's a wider one, so it spreads on both pages, not just one little spot, you know? I think you can adjust the dimness and the tone of the light. That's fun. Okay, that's everything. This is like a 10-minute clip. I have my Carmilla gathering very soon, but before then, I'm gonna be editing. So that is the plan, Jan. My Carmilla gatherings in an hour. At some point this weekend, we have to film our pinata thing for the Carmilla Patreon video. That's it. Okay, very long clip. Sorry. Bye.
If the rest didn't break, I would have made it.
I realize you weren't born a wolf, but
Hello, I just showered and the lighting is shit. And Joey liked the Jungle Book.
I did.
I forgot to mention earlier one thing that I thought was really funny that my brain did while I was reading So Thirsty. Whenever y'all get around to reading it, Miss Alice, I couldn't unsee as the grandma from The Croods. I'm gonna insert a picture right here. This is how I pictured Miss Alice in that book. I can't wait for people to read this. I'm curious to see where people stand with this one in comparison to all the other Rachel Harrisons. But as Cass would say, my face is now out of commission. For the rest of the night. Speaking of Cass, I'm gonna be editing our visit vlog. Oh no, hold on. I started Ein Hallow. I'm way too lazy to get up and get the book, but it's by Tim McGregor. I keep picking books with small ass font and 0 margins. I don't know why I keep doing this, but at least the chapters are really short. It's a Frankenstein. Oh, I already talked about this. It's okay so far. The writing's decent, and once I read the back of the book, like the synopsis, it all started making sense. We're at the part where Frankenstein guy is coming to the island and people are trying to figure out who he is. You know what it's making me think of? You know how in school, I don't know how many of y'all learned this, but there was this whole thing with like conflict in books. Like it's either, or no, is it conflict or like overall plot of a book? Like it's either man escaping, no, man leaving home or man invading another home or like land versus land or some shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about clearly, but if y'all know what I'm talking about, that's what that made me think of, because like Frankenstein is coming to the island and it's very clearly one of those. I'll probably talk to y'all tomorrow when my face is back in commission.
Dun, dun.
Hi. It's like 9 o'clock. We're gonna get bagels. We're gonna get my birth control and bagels. Ooh!
In that order.
And read some books. Start a new book. I started This Is Where We Talk Things Out. I'm reading it on my Kindle because I really want to start using KU a lot more than just my unmuted and unhinged sprints, because it really hit me how much I'm actually paying for KU and how much I'm not taking advantage of it. This Is Where We Talk Things Out. It's about a toxic mother-daughter relationship. They go on a trip together in this snowy, remote place. There's something weird about said place. As soon as she walks in, she's like, holy shit, what is going on? It's in Quebec. It's annoying to read. It's easy to read, but it's annoying to read because the mom really pisses me off. And also it reminds me of my childhood with my mom.
Your mom doesn't watch videos.
She doesn't, and I'd tell her this to my face. What? I'd tell her this to her face for sure. I've told her this. We have a toxic relationship every now and then. But I'm like halfway through already. Well, I'm like 40% through. It's only 110 pages. They're illustrations, which I was not expecting. So I'm excited to finish that today. I'm gonna get a video up today because I finished editing it last night at like 11. I had it up for early access, so I'll have that up later. And I think I'm gonna try editing my book haul. I'm getting slowly behind again, but it's fine. No, we're gonna catch up. It's just I haven't been editing as much because I didn't feel like it. So yeah, the goal is to finish This Is Where We Talk Things Out. Maybe finish Einhallow. Maybe a graphic novel instead. Maybe expiration dates on audio if we decide to deep clean today. But we have to do this pinata thing for Carmilla patrons. And then I definitely want to get like at least 100 pages deeper into Where Sleeping Girls Lie. So first we're gonna fill our bellies. Okay, bye. Hello, someone's already eating the merchandise. This is the wrong SD card. Pause. Hello, I really hope this mic does its job. Maybe if I take it off and just like speak directly into it. Let me try. Because I'm outside all snuggled up with 2 blankets on my little swinging hammock chair. Thank you, Lisa. I'm gonna be thanking her for like the next year for this recommendation. If any of y'all are curious, I got it from Sam's Club. You technically don't have to be a member, you just have to pay an extra $4. So this was like less than $60, I'm pretty sure. I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm almost done with This Is Where We Talk Things Out. I'm so annoyed. I have like 30 minutes left. My patrons and I are doing some Discord sprints. I think this is gonna be a 5-star book because great. I love when FedEx just parks right in front of me with the loudest fucking engine or whatever, motor. What do you fucking call car parts? I don't even know. It's like annoying in the most toxic, relatable way. Like it's good. It's gonna be 5 stars, but it's just so, oh god, her mom is insufferable. I understand that it's supposed to be about a toxic mother-daughter relationship, and boy does it deliver. I do appreciate that there's all this talk about trying to convince her daughter to want to have kids. She's like, yeah, next year you might change your mind. You'll never know. And then she comments about her weight. She talks about her wife's lifestyle. Things happened with the daughter's belongings. And then there's this intense part that just happened while they're on this walk through the woods. Oh my fucking god. The gaslighting. Ugh, it grinds my fucking gears. Like, I am actually fuming. Like, I had to take a breather. I was like, I need fuzzy socks anyway because my feet are getting cold. So I went inside. I'm infuriated by this mom and how she expects to be treated with respect when she's clearly just being manipulative and selfish and just not listening to her daughter, and it's so fucking annoying. But it's gonna be 5 stars because I've had some of the same, not to this extreme, but I've had very similar conversations. Like, I feel like as a teenager, you know, when you're angsty and hate everything about your life, I feel like at one point or another we've had these fights or whatever with her parents, but maybe most of us. I mean, obviously not speaking for everyone, but speaking for myself for fucking sure. This poor FedEx person has been trying to deliver this package like every day for like a week. But then they left my camera just outside the door, but this big box that's very like ominous and doesn't look like anything important, they won't just leave outside. This is a longer clip than I intended, but I'm gonna finish this book now and update y'all when I do and have a fun fact. Wow, now it's like significantly more quiet. I'm gonna listen to this clip and listen back and see how shitty this audio was. Okay, this is for editing Jan and editing Jan only, and I'll probably leave this in the video anyway. But don't forget to insert the balcony clip because I put it on the wrong SD card because I'm a mess. Okay, bye. Okay, I know I said I would update when I'm done, but I just can't resist. This mother is fucking Delulu bananas. I don't even know how to explain. This is like extreme toxicity between mother and daughter. I get that it's also a story about grief and how this mother particularly is dealing with it because her husband died. So there's like this state of perpetual regression that she's stuck in, and like I am just in utter disbelief, honestly. It's a good one. 5 stars for sure. I realized I didn't elaborate on just how relatable that one part about not wanting kids and being like pressured and convinced that you're gonna change your mind in a few years or whatever, and you're too young to make decisions, you don't know what you want. There was this one part about how the mom was like,
"You'll never know what unconditional love is like unless you're a mother."
and the daughter, what the fuck's her name? Miller. I keep reading it as Millie. She's like, that's kind of narcissistic, to be honest, to like claim that you can't experience unconditional love with anyone else unless they're your offspring. And I'm like, oh my god, I want to send this to every fucking adult who's ever tried to give me shit for not wanting kids. Oh my god, my blood is boiling every single page of this book. I'm living. Oh my god. I have 8 minutes left in the book. This is wild. My jaw has not closed for like 10 minutes straight. Dude, this is so good. So good. I'm now perplexed as to which book is going to be my best of the month between my husband and this one. I'm definitely going to buy a physical copy because I need Joey to read this book. It's so fucking good. The ending, oh my god, I need to buy it right now. What was the point of me reading it on Kindle Unlimited? Nothing. Oh my god. Y'all know how I always talk about not picturing things? Everything about this I could picture vividly, and that's saying a lot. 5 fucking stars. I can't believe it took me this long to read this. We should have read this on Unmuted and Unhinged Sprints because it would have been a grand old time. The whole time I was reading this, it reminded me of the song Mother Knows Best from Tangled. Okay, there's something that like scratches a part of my brain when I read like obsessive toxic stories. I don't know why. Something about obsession, like utter obsession where it drives people to do crazy things. There's something about it I just love reading about. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh, there's my timer. Time to check in with Sprints on Discord. Perfect timing. I'll think of a fun fact later and I'll get back to y'all. But holy shit. I love when I pick up a book randomly, like on a whim, and it ends up being 5 stars. This is why I stopped doing TBRs.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head? Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said. Tell me and be honest. Tell me, did you know that you would believe in me just like the winners know? Tell me and be honest. Tell me, should I've known that you'd believe in me? So painfully quiet and slow. I try my best to move on, to let go. They say time is a healer, just you wait and see. The problem is for me, I need an eternity. So tell me and be honest. Tell me, did you know that you would believe in me just like the winners know? Tell me and be honest.
We're back in my car. Just wanted to update that I finished Expiration Dates by Rebecca Searle this morning. I got up at 5, finished it by 6, and then edited a little bit, and then I fell asleep for a few minutes. I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars, and I'll reread it physically eventually because I think it has a lot of quotes that would hit. I followed along like in the second half with the audiobook, but there were so many moments where I definitely would have highlighted a bunch of quotes and probably written them down in my favorite quotes page for the month that that I post on Patreon every month, but because I was listening to it and just wanted to get it done and I was going like pretty fast, I just flew through it. But also I think the audiobook really took away from the emotional side of it. Like I definitely would have cried if I were reading it physically and I had time to like simmer with my thoughts and my emotions. So that's unfortunate that I took that away from myself by listening to the audiobook, but the audiobook was good. I mean, like I said, it's Julia Whalen, so I gave that 4 stars, and that was great. That was a fun time. So my fun fact for this book is going to be about Doc Martens, because one of the guys wrote down every time he saw someone wearing Doc Martens, and it was never really explained, but it was just like this quirk that he had. I feel like there were other things I wanted to say about this book, but I don't know. But I thought how these were invented was pretty cool. So in 1945, German army doctor Klaus Mertens broke his ankle while skiing in Germany. His standard army boots were too uncomfortable to wear with the injury, so he started looking for alternatives and led him to inventing the first Doc Martens boot. There are also 54-inch tall ones that Elton John wore for a 1975 musical film called Tommy. There are those 2 fun facts. Fun time. I started the audiobook for Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. On my way to work, I brought Where Sleeping Girls Lie with me. Happiness Falls, I don't really like the narrator, but I am intrigued by the story so far because it's very intelligent, I feel like. The main character knows a lot about like psychology and certain terms, how investigations work and things like that, so it's not like a dumb throwaway thriller where it's every character is the same and doesn't feel like every other thriller I've read, even though it's kind of a basic premise with the father going missing, and it is set during quarantine in 2020, so we'll see how that plays out with the story. But okay, I'm gonna go to work and I'll talk to y'all later. My camera's dying, so this is perfect. Before my camera dies, I am currently on my lunch break at the forest preserve I go to, and my deer aren't here. I was reading Where Sleeping Girls Lie. I am now 200 pages into the book. I can see now that it's slowing down. The fact that I'm still like invested in the characters and the mystery that's making it still enjoyable for me. It's just definitely a little bit too long. Like I think it definitely could have been cut down, and I really don't care about much besides the mystery of what happened to this roommate, but at the same time, wait, is that a deer? Nope, that's definitely an inanimate object. The characters are fine. Like Baz's personality is carrying this book, to be honest. Sade is pretty cool too. There's an unnecessary budding romance, I think, which is cute, but again, unnecessary. And I like the guinea pig thing. I think that's kind of cute. I think Baz is definitely my favorite character. Jude is annoying as fuck, but I hope there's a reason he's so prominent in this like part of the book. There are a lot of characters to keep track of, which is fine because if there were only a few, I think this would be boring. But I do like the school setting and learning more about the school lore and the ins and outs of how it operates and things like that, and like the history of it. So we're piecing things together a little bit, but I feel like we're not progressing towards resolving the mystery just yet, except this one thing in the greenhouse, but it's definitely slow. The goal is to definitely finish it tomorrow. I feel like I said definitely like 90,000 times in this clip, so I apologize. But I'm gonna go back to work. I'll update y'all when I get home. Oh, also I got Juniper and Thorn by Ava Reed because I've been eyeing this and resisting buying it because I am iffy about it. I don't know if I'm gonna love it, but I know there's body horror in this, so I just got it from the library because support your local library. Okay, bye. My camera's flashing again. Good morning. Happy last day of April. I finished a book this morning. I actually got up at 6, not 5, but whatever, it's fine. I finished Where Sleeping Girls Lie regardless. I'm giving it a 3 and I'm so fucking sad about it because like it was good. It's just like about 250 pages in, I was like, wow, this book is still happening. It's definitely a little too long. There are unnecessary parts, like the romance definitely didn't need to be there. The little like flirty moments didn't need to be there. The guinea pig moments, kind of cute, but like also didn't need to be there. The ending, okay, so let's just say I wanted Catherine House vibes slash like more paranormal, but instead we got, no, that's a spoiler. I'm not gonna say that. Instead we got something else. Because if you've seen the movie slash watched the, or what? Seen the movie slash read the book that I was about to say, it would be a major spoiler, I think. It's kind of a dumb spoiler because it's a very serious matter and it shouldn't be used as a plot device, I feel like. But I don't know. I just didn't like, it's not even a twist, just like the reveals of things by the end, but also the investigation took way too long for who was involved and who was around said people involved. They could have done this faster. She definitely could have done this in less pages. But all in all, I think it was good for what it was. I think I just have read enough stories like this to where I'm kind of just over it. But like, I don't want to say it like that because it's an important matter. You know, I just don't want to keep reading about it and with nothing unique in the resolution. In the epilogue, things were still the way reality is, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it without spoiling anything, and I don't know. Excited to talk about this with my patrons on May 5th. Let's hope I remember shit. But I did tab a lot and I like my tabbing system. I believe you would like this if, why did I say I believe?
I believe that we will win.
No, I think that you'd like this if you liked Ace of Spades, but I think you'd like Ace of Spades more because that's how I am. Ace of Spades was a lot more fast-paced. I liked the reveals in that one better. This was a lot just like dark, gloomy, somber. That's the word, somber, than Ace of Spades. And the humor that this was trying to do, some of it just didn't hit. I was like, oh, that's kind of cringy. And some of the flirty moments, again, kind of cringy. But the audiobook was really good. There were some like echoey moments. And there were these like anagrams, which I don't understand the point of. They were at the end of some chapters and they didn't really do anything for the resolution. Like, it didn't contribute to the investigation in any way, or like, I don't know. Maybe YA mysteries are just like not for me, but I keep picking them up anyway because I never learn. So 3 stars to that. At least we finished a bigger book. It was like 398 pages. Like, you couldn't push to 400 really, but a new release. And my Lair Bloody read. So checks off so many boxes, so many goals. I love it here. I think I'm gonna bring Lunar New Year Love Story, which is a graphic novel by an Asian author. So I am gonna finish that, hopefully, during my lunch break. Actually, no, I'm on like page 20. It's kind of a big book, but hopefully today at some point. But Joey and I are gonna go see The First Omen today. That's at 7 though, so I'll have a little bit of time. Did I go to the gym? No, but it's okay. What else? Is it 8:10 yet? Oh, it's 8:09. I'm gonna go get an iced coffee. Oh, there's 8:10. I sat on the balcony yesterday, got a lot of reading done, got a Carmilla video uploaded, and that's pretty much it. Yesterday felt like such a blur. Is that just me? It felt like the night went so fast, like I don't even remember eating dinner. But okay, I'm gonna go. Oh, I gotta go to the post office. I'm gonna end this vlog later tonight, probably after the movies. Hopefully I remember to update. Woo, another book done. Book number 24 for the month, book number 109 for the year. Killing it or whatever. What's in here, buckaroos? Okay, King of Sloth is not here yet. It said it should be delivered by 10 p.m. Guess who's gonna start it at 10:01? Oh look, Joey made bacon. What a good domesticated house husband. As soon as I come home, dinner is served.
Goddamn right.
He's gonna pay for the movies tonight.
Ladies, you're fucked up.
I snatched him before all you fuckers. Anyway, but what did arrive is something I got for such a good deal. When I said treat yourself, boy did I listen. Look! Okay, so originally this is like $30 fucking, right? Got it for 15.
I'm not gonna lie, that's gotta be one of your nicest books you own.
Oh, velvet. Velvet! Cover my face, this is more important. Black sprayed edges.
That thing is sick.
Shiny.
If only the book was good.
It is good. There's spider webs. I'm screaming. Look at this. And this. Look at him and his little fucking ears. Oh my god. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Am I gonna reread this? Oh, listen.
This sounds like
Orgasmic.
rappers.
Orgasmic is what it sounds like. Okay, I'm happy. I have no regrets whatsoever. Has a little slip case. Oh, it's facing out. Out as fuck, okay? Right here. With all the other, ow. the rest of the series. I can't reach it though. I can't reach it. Watch us not be recording this whole time. Okay, Joseph's gonna do the honors.
On top of those?
Yeah. No, standing. Facing.
Sir, yes, sir.
Ah, yes. Beautiful. I'm scared. I might fall.
I'll try not to fee-fi full foam.
Yeah, maybe that's not a good place for it. Maybe I should put it in front. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'm gonna go eat some bacon and rice now because we got a movie to go to. Bye. I have so many things to say. I already started it. I couldn't even vlog unboxing it because I was importing footage with this SD card. So I unboxed it off camera. I'm on page 4. I've already squealed, swooned, picked my annotation supplies. Here's the bookmark I'm using. First of all, can we talk about this dedication page? It's the best dedication page I've ever seen. To every woman who's ever been told to smile more. Fuck that. Do what you want. The number of times I've been told to smile more at like gas stations, at concerts, at random college situations. I just hated it. Love that. I literally have a sweatshirt that says you should smile more, and then it's this girl who like smiles until her smile gets really freaky, like freakier than the Joker type of smile, and I love it. So love that. And then there's a playlist, which I don't really care for. I'm not one of those girlies who listen to the playlist that's in the book whilst reading said book. But the first song is Midnight Rain by Taylor Swift. Midnight fucking Rain. That's my favorite song in Midnights. And if I'm not mistaken, it's track 6, which is my favorite track in like almost every album that are my favorite albums. So it tracks. But the fact that Midnight Rain is the #1 song in this playlist, it just tells me so much about the vibe of this book. And I already started it. I mean, I'm gonna try to finish Lunar New Year Love Story tonight after the movies. But I just wanted to start this. I want to at least read a chapter because it's thick. It's freaking 450 pages. I was not well, I was expecting that because I saw it on Goodreads, but it said Kindle edition, so I didn't know if that meant the paperback is also 450 whatever pages. It is. Which is good because there's more than I anticipated. And I love chunky romances if it's done well. I want to finish this in like 2 days. So I'm going to be reading this all day tomorrow. But I'm going to end this vlog tonight. I'm going to have to say like all of this again in my vlog tomorrow. Just wanted to share. There's a little like bear eye. I don't know what that means yet. But it's also in the chapter headings of Javier Castillo. I'm gonna take some pictures for Instagram. We have to leave for the movies soon, but I think I'm gonna try to finish the first chapter, read a little bit of Lunar New Year Love Story. I'm not gonna edit tonight, not feeling it, but I just hope tomorrow's a productive day. I hope I get up at 5. First things first, we gotta finish this vlog. Oh, I also forgot to do a fun fact for Where Sleeping Girls Lie. I know I forgot to do one for This Is Where We Talk Things Out, but it's in the past now. We're over it. Where Sleeping Girls Lie, we can still redeem ourselves though. And like I said, there was a guinea pig named Muffin involved in the story, okay? Not really in the story, but it was just a recurring thing. So I'm gonna do a fun fact about guinea pigs. And when I looked it up earlier, I found out that guinea pigs have more bones than humans. Like, excuse me, what? Like more bones than humans? And that little thing beats the fuck out of me. I'm gonna go for realsies for now. Hi, sorry, I meant to get some B-roll at the movie theater and I forgot. But The First Omen was okay. I'd give it a 3 out of 5, probably. The AC's on. Sorry if you can hear all that. I'm gonna stay up a little bit and try to finish Lunar New Year Love Story. I did not finish that chapter in King of Sloth. So I'm gonna continue in the morning and during sprints. I'm gonna be sprinting at 10 a.m. But that'll be a different vlog, so I don't know why I'm telling y'all. But I'm 150 pages in. This story is about this family who's supposedly cursed when it comes to love. Our main character, Valentina, shocker, loves Valentine's Day. And then something happened that made her hate Valentine's Day as she grew older. Then it's gonna probably turn around again. But it's cool like learning about the Vietnamese culture. I dated someone who was Vietnamese, so like I knew some of this stuff. Flex or whatever. There's also some like ghost situations in here, which is kind of unexpected. Well, not really, because there's this on the back, but I don't know, it's an interesting story and there are a lot more words per page than my usual graphic novels, so that's why it's taken me so long. But I love the art style, I love the colors, I love these like mostly dark pages. I think it's like almost 11 p.m. I'll be trying to finish this real quick, and then I'll probably update y'all in the morning to end the vlog, okay? Okay. Hello, good morning. So I'm a failure. It's currently like 5:30. Joey was up early as fuck today too, because he had to go to his mom's. But anyway, first thing I did this morning was finish Lunar New Year Love Story. I'm trying to decide whether I should count it for April. It's May 1st. I'm not gonna cheat. It's my first book of May. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. It doesn't give me that 5-star feel because it is just like a YA romance, and that's tough for me to give something of that genre nowadays 5 stars, but it is a really good story. There was a lot that happened with like familial drama, so it wasn't only the romance. And there's this like quirky little grandma who's honestly a typical Asian grandma. I definitely have some family members like that. And then there were the aunties, there was some traveling in here, kind of like magical realism in here too. I've never read, maybe I have, but I don't recall ever reading about a character who's obsessed with Valentine's Day, because I love Valentine's Day. So this was a nice change to see, because I'm sure I've read plenty where people hate Valentine's Day. I mean, it did get a little bit cheesy at times, but it was cute. If you just take it at face value, it's cute. There's a little love triangle situation. The art style is gorgeous. There's this little twist at a wedding that happened. I mean, we follow the characters throughout over a year because they celebrated Lunar New Year like twice in here. That's that, 4 stars. Oh, I should probably look up a fun fact. What should I look up? I don't want to do a Valentine. What else was there that was like fun facts about Valentines? 30 surprising Valentine's Day facts. Saint Valentine wasn't just one person. I think I knew that. Ancient pagan festival. It became a holiday associated with love in the 1300s. Not sure how though. Oh, a tradition that first started from the common belief in France and England that birds started their mating season. So we celebrate Valentine's Day because of birds. Huh. Cool. Okay, now I have to get my first vlog of May started. So I'm gonna end this one. Sorry y'all are at like an angle, but I cannot be bothered. If you made it to the end of this video, should we put, what did I read? In this vlog, I read So Thirsty, gave it 3 stars. Still sad about it. This Is Where We Talk Things Out, 5 stars. New all-time favorite. Expiration Dates, which I gave 4 stars. And Lunar New Year Love Story, which I gave 4 stars. Oh, and Where Sleeping Girls Lie, which I gave 3 stars. So that's 5 books in however long this was. I'm satisfied. Let's see, This Is Where We Talk Things Out. Where did they go? They went to a snowy cabin. They went to the forest. Let's put like a pine tree emoji in the comments down below if you made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all had a vampy day. Don't forget to do some self-care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!